There's something incredibly fascinating about that mysterious spark of attraction, the kind of energy that charges the air when someone enters the room. Suddenly, your pulse quickens a bit, your senses sharpen, and the bustling world around you gently fades away. It's not something you can always explain, not even something you fully control. But you know deep down, it's genuine, powerful, and intriguing in ways that often leave you a little surprised. Hey everyone, it's me, Bix, and welcome back to Bix Book Summary, where we dive deep into powerful books and turn them into compelling stories that not only inform, but also touch something deeply human inside of you. Here, every story we share aims not just to feed your mind, but also to shift your perspective, helping you see the world and yourself in richer, brighter ways. Today, we're diving into a book that tackles one of the most captivating, perplexing, and magnetic aspects of our human experience: attraction. The book we're unpacking today is Atomic Attraction by Christopher Canwell. And trust me, this isn't your average dating advice manual filled with tricks or shallow gimmicks. This book reaches deeper. It delves beneath surface-level attraction and digs into the powerful psychological and biological forces that shape the silent magnetism between people. The kind that doesn't just flicker and vanish, but rather stays and intensifies. Because attraction isn't merely about a pretty face, a witty line, or superficial charm. Real attraction, lasting attraction, is rooted in something far deeper: genuine confidence, the allure of scarcity, emotional composure, self-worth, and even the quiet strength to walk away from something or someone who doesn't align with your true self. Christopher Canwell takes a refreshingly honest approach. He dives into the intricate psychology behind attraction, exploring concepts like evolutionary instincts, the intoxicating power of mystery, and the delicate emotional dynamics that either fan the flames of passion or quietly extinguish them. Whether you're striving to enrich your current relationships, puzzled over why some people seem inexplicably drawn to you, or perhaps not, or simply looking to embody a more naturally magnetic energy, this book offers profound insights that will resonate deeply. Throughout this summary, we're going to explore together the psychological triggers that ignite attraction, unravel how desire truly functions, and learn the subtle art of shifting our mindset from chasing others to becoming someone effortlessly captivating, someone who naturally draws people in. Because true attraction isn't something you chase after or desperately seek, it's something you become. It's something you radiate from deep within yourself. So if you're ready to understand how less can indeed mean more, stick around. Coming up next, we'll dive into an intriguing concept known as the law of scarcity, exploring precisely why less availability often creates more desire. Let's journey into the heart of what makes attraction so mysteriously powerful. Imagine yourself stepping into a store, casually glancing around, and your eyes land on a shelf stacked high with dozens of identical items. Chances are you'd probably stroll right past without a second glance. But picture the exact same item. This time, just a single one carefully placed behind a polished glass case, marked with a subtle, enticing label reading "Limited Edition." Suddenly, your heart quickens a little, your curiosity awakens, and that item feels irresistibly desirable. This is scarcity at work, and according to Christopher Canwell in Atomic Attraction, it's one of the most potent psychological drivers behind desire, not only for objects, but for people as well. Scarcity doesn't mean being cold, indifferent, or playing manipulative mind games. Instead, it's rooted in a simple yet powerful truth about human nature. We instinctively value what's rare, what's not easily attainable, what feels special, precious, or slightly out of reach. Scarcity triggers a deep-seated emotional reaction, turning ordinary into extraordinary, making the familiar suddenly intriguing. Think for a moment about how this principle applies to relationships. When someone is always available, quick to say yes, endlessly chasing your attention, something subtle but important shifts inside your mind. You begin seeing them as predictable and easy to attain, and ease, unfortunately, rarely ignites passion. Easy might be comforting, but it's seldom magnetic. Now flip that scenario. Imagine someone who clearly values themselves enough to have boundaries, who isn't afraid to say no or gently step away. Someone who doesn't need constant validation because they already feel whole and complete within themselves. This type of scarcity, this genuine self-respect and quiet confidence, triggers something primal in others: curiosity, attraction, and even longing. Christopher Canwell makes a powerful distinction here. Scarcity isn't about pretending to be busy or crafting artificial barriers. It's about truly having a full and fulfilling life. It's about having goals, friendships, hobbies, passions. Basically, it's about creating a life so vibrant and meaningful that others naturally want to be part of it. When your energy is genuinely focused on your purpose, and when your life feels complete even in solitude, you send subconscious signals of self-worth and emotional maturity, signals that others instinctively recognize and find irresistibly compelling. The reason scarcity creates such powerful attraction is that it generates emotional tension, and tension is the spark that ignites desire. But here's the catch: it must be authentic. People sense when you're faking indifference or secretly waiting anxiously for their texts. They intuitively pick up on genuine confidence versus performative strength. Authentic scarcity means you honestly respect yourself and your time enough not to chase attention, but remain open to meaningful connections. Canwell emphasizes the importance of cultivating your own inner world, surrounding yourself with meaningful friendships, passions, self-care, and goals that genuinely excite you. Because when your happiness doesn't depend on someone else's approval, when you're content in your own space, that's when your energy becomes irresistibly magnetic. Scarcity isn't powerful because it denies love or affection. Quite the opposite. It honors love, respect, and genuine connection by saying clearly and firmly, "My time, energy, and affection matter deeply to me. If I choose to share them with you, it's special." In a world filled with people eager for attention, validation, and willing to accept whatever crumbs come their way, someone with authentic standards becomes incredibly rare. And remember, what's rare is always deeply desirable. Now stay with me, because up next, we're about to dive into another essential part of attraction: the intriguing interplay between masculine and feminine energy, and how embracing this powerful polarity can supercharge your connections. Imagine the feeling when you meet someone new and instantly feel that undeniable spark. The air seems charged, your conversation flows effortlessly, and something within you resonates deeply, as if you've known each other forever. It's more profound than simple attraction. It's polarity. Christopher Canwell describes polarity as one of the most essential ingredients for creating an irresistible and magnetic connection, the kind that electrifies your interactions and leaves you craving more. In Atomic Attraction, Canwell explains that every powerful relationship is fueled by a dynamic balance between masculine and feminine energies, not bound to gender, but rather to the essence each person embodies. It's about the way you naturally engage with the world, whether you lead or follow, direct or respond, give or receive. Picture masculine energy as a powerful force that's directional, grounded and confident, like a mountain standing strong against the wind, calm under pressure, purposeful, decisive. Masculine energy provides clarity, stability, and direction. It's the energy that moves forward, steady and intentional. On the other hand, feminine energy is receptive, nurturing, vibrant, and emotionally alive, like flowing water, effortlessly adapting, deeply connected to emotion, intuition, and creativity. Feminine energy inspires, radiates warmth, and draws others in. It complements masculine energy by providing a rich, emotional depth. When these two energies meet authentically, clearly embodied and confidently expressed, something magical happens. Chemistry ignites. There's a natural push and pull, a subtle yet powerful tension that draws people irresistibly closer together. But here's the catch. When both partners embody the same energy, or when neither fully embraces their authentic energy, that powerful dynamic fades. Too much similarity leads to boredom and flatness, while uncertainty or imbalance creates chaos and confusion. Christopher Canwell emphasizes that polarity isn't about playing predetermined, restrictive roles. Instead, it's about allowing your true energy to shine, embracing it fully rather than diluting it in the pursuit of so-called balance. Because real attraction isn't created from neutrality. It thrives on contrast, on difference, on complementary energies meeting and dancing together harmoniously. Canwell urges us to confidently lean into our core energy, whatever feels most authentic and natural. If your energy is primarily masculine, embody strength, calm confidence, and purposeful leadership. Stand firm in your decisions, remain decisive, and let your grounded presence speak louder than any desperate chase for validation. If you embody feminine energy, celebrate your openness, emotional richness, and radiant warmth without fear or hesitation. Don't dim your vibrant expression or intuitive power out of concern that it might overwhelm others. Instead, let your authenticity be felt and admired, creating an inviting and magnetic presence. Polarity explains why we find ourselves irresistibly drawn to individuals who embody what we subconsciously feel we're missing, or what we deeply desire to experience. It's why we crave both strength and warmth, confidence and sensitivity. It's the reason we often fall hardest for those who effortlessly fill the spaces within us that we barely realize exist. When polarity is properly aligned, when one partner confidently leads and the other openly flows, the connection that results is not merely romantic, but truly magnetic. It's not about control or submission. It's about complementing each other so beautifully that each person feels free, safe, and encouraged to fully express their true nature. This is the essence of attraction, being so completely yourself that you inspire the other person to be fully themselves too. It's about creating an authentic space where attraction is no longer something you have to manufacture, but instead, something that naturally and powerfully flows between you. So when two people confidently stand in their energy, clearly grounded in who they truly are, attraction transforms. It stops being a struggle, stops requiring effort, and simply becomes pure, captivating energy. Stay tuned, because coming up next, we'll explore another key aspect of powerful attraction, emotional control, and why being emotionally grounded and unshakable makes you absolutely unforgettable. We've all felt what it's like to interact with someone who struggles with emotional stability. Their moods shift quickly from warmth to coldness, reactions feel exaggerated, and every interaction can feel like navigating a minefield. They seek constant reassurance, panic over the smallest miscommunications, and their emotional highs and lows might grab attention temporarily, but never inspire lasting attraction. According to Christopher Canwell in Atomic Attraction, there's a deeper, quieter force that creates powerful, irresistible magnetism: emotional control. Now, emotional control doesn't mean being emotionally distant, cold, or indifferent. It doesn't mean suppressing how you truly feel or pretending to be unaffected. Rather, emotional control is about being calm amidst life's storms, grounded so deeply in who you are that external circumstances, whether it's a delayed reply, mixed signals, or even outright rejection, don't shake your inner foundation. Christopher Canwell emphasizes that emotional stability is one of the most attractive qualities a person can embody. It signals maturity and creates an environment of safety and trust. And let's face it, in a world filled with emotional reactivity, constant validation seeking, and endless overanalysis, someone who maintains composure naturally stands out. They become unforgettable. Why is emotional control so magnetic? Because it reveals that your sense of self-worth isn't dependent on anyone else's actions or approval. It sends a powerful, quiet message. I choose to connect with you, but I don't need your approval or validation to feel whole. This kind of self-assuredness is rare, and rarity always holds intrinsic power. Canwell also explains that emotional control plays a crucial role in creating tension, and tension is a fundamental ingredient in attraction. When you resist the impulse to rush in, fill awkward silences, or chase when someone withdraws, you create a gap. It's precisely within that space that desire blossoms. It's not about pretending or playing games. It's about genuinely feeling secure enough to pause, to observe, to breathe, and allow things to naturally unfold. Think of emotional control as the art of confident patience. You don't panic when someone steps back or hesitates. You don't beg for attention or reassurance. Instead, you quietly stand firm, maintaining your dignity and self-respect. That's the true strength of emotional control, remaining centered despite uncertainty. The most empowering aspect of emotional control, as Canwell beautifully illustrates, is that it's not a fixed trait you're born with. It's a skill you cultivate through practice. It starts with self-awareness, recognizing your impulse to react instantly to anxiety or uncertainty, but choosing stillness instead. It's consciously choosing dignity over desperation, presence over panic. It's in every small decision you make, like not sending an anxious text, allowing someone space, or responding thoughtfully rather than impulsively. At its core, emotional control means you hold your worth firmly in your own hands, not in anyone else's. It creates an atmosphere of emotional safety. And here's something critical. Emotional safety isn't boring. It's deeply attractive. It becomes captivating and magnetic when paired with confidence, strength, direction, and emotional depth. If you want to leave a lasting impression, become unforgettable by being unshakable. This doesn't mean turning cold or becoming indifferent. It means becoming genuinely rooted in who you are. Rooted in your self-worth. Rooted in your calm presence. Rooted enough to hold emotional space, both for yourself and others, without ever losing sight of your true self. Now stick around, because coming up next, we're going to explore the vital role of confidence, self-worth, and the powerful silent language of value that shapes every interaction we have. Confidence. It's one of those words we hear everywhere, isn't it? Just be confident. Believe in yourself. But what does confidence genuinely look like, and why is it such a magnetic force? In Atomic Attraction, Christopher Canwell brilliantly takes us beneath the surface to reveal that true confidence isn't loud, flashy, or about projecting an image of invincibility. It's not about showing off wealth, status, or superficial charm. Real confidence is something much deeper and quieter. It's a steady, calm energy rooted firmly in genuine self-worth and self-acceptance. When you truly know your value, when you authentically believe you are enough exactly as you are, you naturally stop chasing other people's approval. You stop compromising your boundaries just to get scraps of affection. You no longer try to impress others. Instead, you begin to express yourself freely and authentically. Christopher Canwell emphasizes a powerful insight. Your sense of self-worth is constantly communicating, even without words. It's revealed through your body language, your posture, your tone of voice, and your overall energy. It speaks loudly in the way you confidently hold your ground or shrink to accommodate others. It's expressed clearly when you calmly walk away from situations that compromise your dignity, rather than tolerating what doesn't align with your worth. Confidence, according to Canwell, is essentially the silent language of high value. It's the calm presence of someone who has nothing to prove. And there's something incredibly attractive about a person who carries this kind of unspoken power. Why is confidence so irresistible? Because it's contagious. When you trust yourself deeply, others can't help but feel that trust too. They feel inspired to follow your lead, to move closer. Not because you're trying hard to sell yourself, but precisely because you don't need to. You've already fully bought into yourself, and this self-assuredness radiates outward effortlessly. Canwell explains that real confidence isn't built overnight or through huge, dramatic wins. Instead, it grows quietly and steadily in those small moments of integrity, courage, and self-respect. It strengthens every time you honor a commitment to yourself. Every time you calmly say no, when previously you would have anxiously said yes just to feel accepted. It expands each moment you stop trying to explain your worth and instead fully embody it. Confidence isn't loud or boastful. It's the quiet stillness of someone who gently but firmly communicates, "I know exactly who I am." If you don't see it, that's perfectly okay. I'm not here to convince you. The ironic beauty is, the moment you stop desperately seeking validation from others is exactly when people start genuinely feeling drawn to you. They're attracted not because you're chasing them, but because you've transformed into someone who doesn't need to chase at all. So if your goal is to build deeper, more meaningful relationships, don't start with tricks, tactics, or clever strategies. Start instead with genuine self-worth. Focus first on becoming so deeply grounded in your own value that rejection doesn't rattle you, silence doesn't intimidate you, and confusion doesn't diminish you. Because here's the simple truth. The most attractive people aren't flawless or perfect. They're simply whole and self-assured. Stick with me, because coming up next, we're going to explore another fascinating layer of attraction, the subtle yet powerful art of mystery, and why, in attraction, less is often truly more. Mystery has an incredible power. It's that subtle, intoxicating feeling you experience when someone offers you just enough of themselves to spark intrigue, yet leaves enough hidden to fuel curiosity. It's that delicate space between what you already know and what you still deeply desire to discover. In this captivating gap lies tension, interest, and an irresistible pull toward connection. In Atomic Attraction, Christopher Canwell beautifully explains why mystery is such a magnetic force in human attraction. Now, mystery isn't about deliberately being secretive, cold-hearted, or manipulative. It isn't about withholding affection or playing mind games. Instead, it's rooted in a simple, timeless truth about human nature. We naturally value and crave what we have to wonder about. The more someone feels they know every detail of your life, right from the start, the less reason they have to stay curious or engaged. When we reveal everything about ourselves too quickly, pouring out our thoughts, our plans, our feelings, our insecurities, we unintentionally leave nothing for the imagination. We might think that being completely open and vulnerable early on will help forge a stronger bond. And yes, vulnerability at the right time can absolutely deepen connection. But too much, too soon, often has the opposite effect. It can overwhelm someone. It can feel emotionally demanding or even desperate. Canwell emphasizes that genuine mystery isn't about intentionally hiding. It's about having such a fulfilling life that you're not anxiously rushing to reveal every part of yourself immediately. You don't need to share your entire life story on the first date or justify your worth through a single deep conversation. Instead, you allow people the pleasure of discovering you gradually. It's the art of pacing, understanding that real intimacy and genuine attraction unfold over time. What keeps someone returning to you isn't merely who you are, it's the excitement of discovering who you're becoming, layer by layer, day by day. Mystery also involves the power of creating intentional space. It's knowing precisely when to speak and when to remain silent. It's recognizing when to reveal and when to allow the quietness of a moment to heighten anticipation. It's about knowing exactly when to reach out and when to patiently allow the other person the thrill of reaching for you. The beauty of mystery lies in pairing it with warmth and genuine presence. When you're kind, authentic, and truly present, but not overly eager or desperate, you become incredibly memorable. Why? Because in our world of oversharing, constant posting, and relentless self-explanation, someone who moves with a quiet confidence, subtlety, and composure is wonderfully rare and deeply compelling. People who embody this kind of magnetic mystery don't need constant attention, validation, or proof that they're valued. They simply exist in their intriguing self-assuredness, and this quiet, confident energy effortlessly draws others closer. If you're looking to deepen attraction, consider this powerful shift. Can you reveal yourself less hastily, but more intentionally? Can you allow others the privilege of slowly earning their way into your inner world, rather than immediately handing them the keys to every secret you hold? Can you confidently let your mystery breathe? Because true mystery isn't about hiding yourself. It's about knowing and feeling whole without needing instant validation. It's about allowing others the exciting journey of discovery, rather than offering them instant gratification. When someone senses there's still more to you, unspoken stories, undiscovered layers, emotions yet unexplored, they naturally feel compelled to keep coming back. Not because you've asked them to stay, but because your energy leaves them intrigued, wondering, and eager for more. Your mystery leaves behind a subtle yet powerful question mark, and questions, more than answers, are what pull people irresistibly toward you. Stay with me, because coming up next is the final segment, and perhaps the most important one yet, becoming the prize, and understanding why attraction truly begins with how you see yourself. Attraction isn't about chasing someone down or trying desperately to reshape yourself into someone else's ideal. It's not about pleading to be chosen or hoping to earn validation from outside yourself. In the closing chapter of Atomic Attraction, Christopher Canwell offers perhaps the most powerful truth of all. You are already the prize, but only if you truly believe it. Being the prize doesn't mean walking around with arrogance or a sense of superiority. It's about genuinely recognizing your intrinsic worth, embodying it fully, and carrying yourself with dignity and strength. It means moving through the world as someone who thoughtfully chooses, rather than anxiously waiting to be chosen. Because here's the reality. The way you see yourself sets the tone for how everyone else sees you. If you enter relationships uncertain, apologizing for who you are, craving constant validation, you're silently broadcasting to others that you're not enough as you are. You hand them your power, allowing their approval or disapproval to dictate your value. But imagine the shift when you step into relationships with a quiet sense of curiosity, confidence, and self-respect. When you enter each interaction from a place of calm abundance rather than anxious scarcity. It changes everything. Not because you're pretending, but because you've stopped asking permission to see yourself as worthy. Canwell reminds us that the most magnetic people aren't perfect or flawless. They don't always have all the answers, nor are they always the richest, most beautiful, or most charming. They are simply the people who genuinely know and respect their worth, and who consistently act in alignment with it. These are the people who aren't afraid to walk away when their values aren't respected. They don't chase after crumbs or beg for affection. Instead, they uphold healthy boundaries and confidently hold space for people who are ready to meet them fully. They let go gracefully of those who aren't. Being the prize is truly about mindset. It's the powerful decision to say clearly and gently, I'm not here to prove my worth to you. I'm here to share meaningful connection. If we align beautifully, wonderful. And if we don't, I'm still completely whole and at peace. And this mindset radiates outward, silently yet powerfully communicating self-respect. People instinctively feel when you truly value yourself. They sense when you're coming from a place of authentic abundance rather than fear. That confidence naturally draws others closer, making them lean in without force or manipulation. Because when you genuinely embody the mindset of being the prize, you stop orbiting around others, desperately hoping they'll choose you. Instead, you become the stable center of your own universe, your own life. Others naturally gravitate toward your calm, self-assured presence, not because you're demanding their attention, but because your very essence commands it effortlessly. So here's the most crucial takeaway from Atomic Attraction. Instead of asking, how can I become more attractive? Start asking yourself, how can I become more fully and authentically myself, without fear, without apology, without shrinking? Because the real secret to magnetism was never about turning yourself into someone else's ideal. It was always about finally stepping fully into who you truly are. Unfiltered, unapologetic, and unavailable for anything less than your soul truly deserves. It's about becoming unshakable in your presence, deeply powerful in your quiet confidence, and undeniably magnetic in your authentic self-expression. Thank you so much for joining me on this powerful, insightful journey through Atomic Attraction by Christopher Canwell. I'm Bix, and this is Bix Book Summary, where we transform powerful books into deeply meaningful stories that don't just inform, but truly change the way you see the world and yourself. If this resonated with you, make sure to hit like, leave a comment, and subscribe to the channel. It truly helps us reach more people and keep creating content that inspires real growth. And if you want to dive deeper, consider picking up your own copy of Atomic Attraction from the link below. I genuinely appreciate your support. Before you go, drop a comment and share your thoughts. What's one specific way you'll show up as the prize starting right now? Let's keep this conversation real, meaningful, and authentic. Until next time, stay grounded, stay magnetic, and above all, stay true to you.